Right, everyone, and welcome back to our league racing highlights. And yep, it hasn't been a while for you, but it certainly has been for me. It's been 3 weeks since I last participated in a race, and 3 weeks since I recorded any commentary for highlights or anything. And yeah, the good news though is that I am at least now back on track, having obviously missed a few weeks of racing through highlights. So while this is week 19 for me, it sort of technically isn't, if that makes sense, because I missed 2 whole weeks of racing. And yeah, we've only got one race then, and that is well, because I had to miss a third former Xbox race because I was still making my way home when that was going on. And Apollo, I don't even know, the season 3 has been cancelled. I don't fully understand why, but yeah, we've got season 3.5 starting next week, so you'll see that in next week's highlights. And yeah, that just leads us ahead with this one race for this week, which is the F1 League. And yeah, as I say, 3 weeks since our last race, which was in this league back in Hungary. So yeah, we missed 2 whole races then. Obviously we didn't score in that Hungary race, so it's like, I think we're at some like 5 or 6 non-scores now for this season, so it has just been a complete write-off. But yeah, we've got a bit of a supporting role, I think, for our teammate in the Drivers' Championship, and I think we've got a decent chance in the Constructors as well, so that's all what we're going for at this point then. As we're here in Singapore then, a track that I really would not want to be coming back to when I'm quite rusty on the game. And we qualified 6th there, over a second off of pole, which our teammate did get there, with the Amazement, which is Azar, in 2nd and Silent Mole in 3rd. So 3 championship contenders then on the front, in the front 3 of the grid. But yeah, too long didn't read the first race of this. Didn't go at all to plan. The safety car came out, and yeah, then the yellow flags now went away. But yeah, once I realised that, Maestro decided to completely wipe out the Xbox there, and I decided to completely wipe out Joe in quite a spectacular incident. And then only a few corners later I got completely mugged off by CK there. So yeah, that was the first race then, and yeah, we had to restart then with 1 shot qualifying, and yeah, we'll see how we do then. But yeah, I did no laps to Singapore before this, and I only played like a few hours of the game just to like get back used to it again, so I was really not expecting anything good to come from this race. And yeah, the 1 shot qualifying there, our teammate once again takes pole with the Amazement once again in 2nd. We were actually 5th this time. We did start 5th actually the previous time because Taylor the Vol had a grid penalty for some reason. But yeah, Silent Mole actually disconnected then, so he is not going to be able to take the start, unfortunately. So that's crucial for the championship then. Still a 3-way title battle going on. Don't really know what the standings are at this point. But yeah, 2-start racing it's looking like, but ideally we wanted to be doing 2 ultra soft stints, to be honest. Some people may try 1 stop here and go straight onto the soft tyres. I personally think they're a bit too slow, but we'll see what happens as the lights are coming on now then. Here we go, in Singapore, and it is a decent start there I think from us, as we head towards turn 1. Looks like someone there behind us had a good start. I think it's Jordan Gibbs there in the Toro Rosso. And yeah, towards turn 3 and we just run to the back of Xbox and down to our front wing. As I say, haven't really played the game, well, I didn't play the game for at least 2 weeks, and yeah, still not fully up to speed with it. And yeah, because the lack of racecraft there was a bit, well, it was clear to see there. But we see Xbox there made a mistake trying to pass the Amazement, and that allows us to get back into 4th. Because see, with our damage front wing there, we run wide at the final corner and we get a 10-second penalty. So that will be taken off, or at least reduced, depending on what other corner cuts we get during the race. And on the next lap we do it again. That you really suffer from front damage on those like high speed corners, and that is really the only high speed corner there is on this track. But yeah, it certainly hurts you quite a lot there. And Xbox One takes the position then, and he's up into 4th position. And yeah, on to the next lap then, once again running wide, and yeah, going to have to surely lift off this time then to avoid getting another penalty there. And we got Casey going through, and I think Jork is going to go through there as well. So we're down into 7th place then, really struggling then with this front wing damage. And yeah, we're going to have to come in quite soon, but I did want to try and stick with the strategy as much as we could, and yeah, go on to another set of ultra soft tyres in this race and do a 2-stop that way, because I do feel that that is the best way to go. I don't think you really need to use the super soft tyres twice in this one. And as I say, going into the race, I don't really feel that the soft tyres would be that great an option. I mean, it is quite a long pit stop time here, so maybe you could save a pit stop from going on the soft tyres, but yeah, I just felt that they'd be too slow around here, but we'll see what happens. As we go on to another set of ultra soft tyres and a new front wing going on, we're unfortunately going to be behind Jordan Gibbs and CK, who both had first lap incidents out of the pits. We can then careful not to cross the white line, but we've got in too tight there, and we've picked up that same front wing now again. So that is just completely ruined our race there then. And we're going to come in now then for the soft tyres that I said would be too slow, and we're just going to try and go to the end of the race now then. And yeah, out of the pits we come then. We're going to be dead last, and yeah, we're just going to have to hope for some incidents then, but we are going to at least score a point here then for our troubles, like in Baku as it stands. As out of the pits we come then, getting it right this time, and yeah, on to the next lap then, and in fact the safety car comes out then because of Jordan Gibbs crashing. I didn't actually even think that the safety car was still on because of the problem we had on the first attempt of this race, but yeah, we're back racing again, and the same thing has happened again. So yeah, this like I said before already, the amazing job they did with this amazing game, isn't it? And yeah, we are back racing then, but I mean, most people have gone onto the soft tyres at this point, so I guess with the 5-second penalties it won't matter too much then, because no one should be coming into the pits. But as I say, that Lex box is in there. That may have been a penalty, I'm not sure, but yeah, a very unusual time for him to pit there. And we're up into 5th position. We've got CK on the back of us now, then we get it all wrong into that chicane there, and we're going to be side by side in probably the worst part of the track. And he managed to make a pass running outside here last season. He made it the same here, and there he goes into 5th position. And yeah, obviously he's now going to be getting a legal overtake, which I think is why my car is ghosted here. But yeah, I've been kind of sneaky with that, because I can now just drive through him to retake the position, not having to worry about diving at the inside or anything. So yeah, we're back into 5th position then, and yeah, we do seem to be quite slow at this point. As I say, Singapore is not one of my best tracks, and certainly not one I'd probably be coming to when I've barely played the game in 3 weeks. But yeah, there goes DK there, up into 5th position. And yeah, also worth pointing out that he's on the super soft tyres, so he may struggle to get to the end here, so we'll see how that plays out near the end. But yeah, we're going to get run in then. We did have DRS coming back on him there, and yeah, we couldn't get through there. We've now unghosted, so I assume he did get a penalty at that point, and yeah, the position was now his. But yeah, on to the final lap then. He did actually build up about a 7-second lead over us, but then in these final few laps we brought it right back down again, as his tyres were getting close to falling off the cliff and maybe getting into puncture range here. So it could be a very interesting final lap here then, as we have closed back into DRS range then. And we'll see if we can get close enough to pass him here into turn whatever number this is. We're going to go around the outside here then, because he covered the inside line, but we were just too wide there, nowhere for us to go around. And yeah, he maintains position. He goes a bit too defensive there, I would think, into the hairpins. That may allow us to get a good run down this straight, but I think we're struggling on our tyres a bit as well as we head down into the right hander. We're going to go for it, but we're on such an acute angle, there's no chance of managing to make that one stick there, and he's managed to maintain it around the outside there. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult for us to now overtake him anywhere else unless he just gets a puncture now, which could happen. So his tyres are very worn, and yeah, we'll just have to hope maybe in the final corner that his tyres cry enough and we can get close enough to pip him to the line. We're going to close right up to the back of him if we can, then into the final corner. Look at this, right at the back of him. He's going the inside line there very well, and we do get alongside him towards the line, but he managed to stay ahead of us there. And yeah, there's the final results. And Maestro took the win, Sat extended his championship lead, so well done Tim for that one. Casey in second, and the Amazement in third. My penalty should actually be 3 seconds, so yeah, that should be correct there. I should stay in 6th, and CK should stay in 5th position there. So yeah, that's correct. I don't know what the standings are. They haven't been updated yet. So yeah, that is it then for this week. A bit of a short one, but we will have the full lineup of races next week. If you enjoy this one, leave a like. Let me know what you thought down below as well. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.